Happy spring!
Yay! So a lot of the questions we're getting is, how do I buy before I sell? So
how do we do that?
How do we do that? So we wanted to touch on 4 points on how you're going to be able to do that.
Right. And the reason we're getting asked this right now is because inventory is very limited. So people are scared. They're scared to go ahead and put their current home on the market and maybe not be able to find the one that they're looking for,
And
which I
they're gonna be
completely
homeless.
understand.
And
By the way, we haven't had anyone be homeless yet.
Right.
So, but there are a few options. We do have to get creative in this market when things are really tight. So one of the ways we do that
is the ideal situation would be obviously number one, that you qualify for 2 houses.
Right. So you maintain your current residence and then you qualify to purchase the next one. And that has a few benefits in that you're not rushed. You've got a little bit of time to find what you're looking for. And, you know, I like to give the example, a lot of people don't realize this, that, like, say you have a close date on the new house of May the 5th, your first house payment wouldn't actually be due till July 1. So you've got a little bit of time before you would be doubling up on house payments. So there is a risk to that because you are carrying two mortgages. However, the risk is very low in this market because of the lack of inventory. It should not be an issue to sell your home.
And if we didn't think it was a good idea, then we would
certainly voice that. So based on your location, the cost of your home, all of those things, we would be able to say maybe this isn't the best option, or at least go over all the risks with you.
Right. And not everyone can qualify for that, so then the other option would be a bridge loan.
Right.
So
and not everyone's going to qualify for a bridge loan either. There's you have to have really good credit score for this, but this is another option. I would encourage you to speak to a lender about this because it is a little more difficult to explain, and there are some caveats in that it does have a higher interest rate. However, it is a good means to an end. So you've identified another house that you want to purchase, or even land, for example. You could take out the equity in your current home, not all of it. There's certain loan to value ratios that need to be held, but you could take out some of that equity and bridge towards purchasing the next one.
Right. And that gives you freedom. And
right.
Then if they don't qualify for that, again, and we have preferred lenders that we can, or you can talk to your own preferred lender, but our preferred lenders know very much about this, right, qualifying wise. So then the third option would be an equity line.
Right. An equity line is going to be a good option if you're looking to purchase maybe a rental property, an investment property. Dare I say it, a flip. You could do a flip. This is not the best market to do a flip in, simply because you're going to be paying a higher price for.
And cash is king. Cash is going to win out over everything. So if the equity line does make you a cash buyer, but you might not have as much cash as you need for the flip.
Right. So that's one option.
The other option, the last one, would be a renovation loan.
Right.
So
as you know, when you're walking in showing houses, a lot of times, because inventory is so tight, people are looking at things that they maybe wouldn't otherwise look at, but they're just desperate to find a house, especially if they want to be in a certain neighborhood. So if it's in the neighborhood that they really love, it's got the schools they love, the house has good bones, but it's just ugly, dated, this is an awesome idea. So you could do a renovation loan. Let's say that it needs $20,000 in a kitchen, for example. What they do is they base it on the ARV, the after repair value. So they're going to say, okay, well, if they do a kitchen, then the house will be worth X amount, and so we'll loan this amount of money based on what the ARV is. And so that is a really great option.
Because the bones are great, you see the potential in it. You just don't have the money to do it.
You don't have liquid funds to do it.
Right. And so that's always a good option. And then with the coronavirus is also giving us really low interest rates. So what does that mean? That at 5% interest rate that you might have had or locked in at that time, and a $350,000 house, your payments are going to be $1,830. Mm-hmm. Now with the interest rates being in the threes, again, you'd have to check with your financial person on locking it in. Your lender, those house payments, that same exact house is going to be $1,490. So a lot of people are refinancing, or because you can see the difference in the house payment, they're realizing they can get a much bigger house for that different payment.
Just to recap, the point of this video is to demonstrate that it is okay. You don't need to be scared to put your house on the market. We do have options. These are not the only 4 options that we have, and we're happy to discuss in length with you what option fits you best. So give us a call to go over everything. And
anybody that you know that's thinking about buying or selling, we would love to have a consult with them just to get them that this is not scary options. There's lots of options out there, and this is a great market to buy or sell it.
right? So happy spring.
Happy spring.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.